Hey guys, what's up? Chief Pat here, and today bringing you guys a brand new Clash Royale video, and today we're going to be hopping into a couple more battles using the Giant Guard combination. It's so strong in the game right now. I know the Giant's been paired up with everything, but I really love this combo just for the fact that it works so well against the Mini P.E.K.K.A. as well as the Musketeer, as in the guards, because having that shield is just so strong. I can't believe the guard shield actually lives through 2 Musketeer shots and then takes another Musketeer shot for her to take it out. So really strong combo. Let's get into a couple of battles and testing it out. Starting off against someone from Arab Union completely maxed out, and I'm going to use that aforementioned Giant Guards combo. So this Mini P.E.K.K.A. is going to run into those guards. It's going to take a couple of hits to even try, and meanwhile my Giant's already made it to the Inferno Tower. The Zap's going to reset the Inferno Tower, and hopefully the Giant can start trucking its way towards the tower. Alright, so it's making its way there. This guy definitely played a little bit of an ill-advised, Elixir Collector towards the very beginning. It took a long time for me to drop that poison spell because I wanted to make sure not to aggro the tower, and of course the guards being so versatile are super strong against the Hog Rider as well, and they're going to be able to knock that out. Now, like I was talking about, take a look at the guards. They take 3 shots for a Musketeer to take them out, which is just insane. So they're going to run towards the tower. They're even going to get a single hit off right there, and I'm going to play an Elixir Collector towards the backlight him to even things up. So that one push brought him down to 1200 HP, and you could just see how versatile the guards were right there. So now let's take a look at where we want to go. I'll probably still push down the right hand lane. Sometimes I get a problem with going down the other lane too soon. If the tower's below like 800, then I might go down the other lane because I know I can poison it out. But let's start with the Princess. Let's put a Giant in front of the Princess, and meanwhile he's going to make a pretty aggressive push down the right hand lane. So I'll start with a poison spell and then the guards to distract the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and the Valkyrie still shouldn't be able to do too much work. Of course you would think the Valkyrie would be the perfect counter to the guards, but it's going to be absolutely fine as we tear through that combination. Alright, so next up he's going to go for a push on the right. So I got to quickly stop that with the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and the Musketeer. He's going to get 2 shots on the tower. Meanwhile, his Musketeer is doing work, but he spent so much Elixir on that push. I feel like definitely now is our time to shine. We got the Princess, we've got the Musketeer with like 1 HP. No, she's going to die from the poison spell, and the Giant's just going to run straight towards the tower. The Zap will be able to stop that Inferno in its tracks, and the big old Giant's going to be able to punch down that tower for the first tower of the game. So far so good. And if you take a look at the time, 30 seconds left means there's not much time for this guy to make a play. I can play my Mini P.E.K.K.A. I can go ahead and wait on that Hog Rider to run into my Mini P.E.K.K.A. as well as the Musketeer. A really nicely played Zap right there actually gets him an additional hit on the tower. But since he spent so much on that push, I can definitely go for a counter push. I've got the Princess, the guards, the poison spell onto everything in the very back. I can even zap down that Inferno if I needed to, but it's going to die right away. So a Mini P.E.K.K.A. onto the Hog Rider. The Giant is still beasting out, but that one Zap spell is going to save the Hog from even getting a single hit off on the tower and give us a pretty solid 1 crown to 0 victory. So good stuff right there. I definitely use the guards a lot of versatile ways inside of that battle. First of all, using it with the on defense for the Hog Rider. I used it on offense to tank the Inferno Tower, also against the Mini P.E.K.K.A. But now battle number 2, we're going to go up against Sol Huang, again another level 13. I'll start with the Giant in the back. He did play his Rocket onto my Elixir Collector, so keep in mind from here on out I have to play my Elixir Collector in front of my King Tower, but we should have a 1 Elixir lead right now due to the fact that the Rocket costs 1 more, and let's see if we can utilize that a little bit as he drops his Mini P.E.K.K.A. Now, since the Mini P.E.K.K.A. runs so quickly, it should be able to reach my side of the map, or at least my side of the bridge, which is perfect for my guards. My guards are going to hop right onto that Mini P.E.K.K.A. My own Mini P.E.K.K.A. is going to tear his into pieces, and even with that poison spell, we can start doing work on his side of the map. I've got the Mini P.E.K.K.A. I've got the Musketeer. The Mini P.E.K.K.A. is going to one-shot that Musketeer. The tower is already getting shot down. I drop a good game because this one is pretty much over. He even leaves the match. He knew it was over from the outset. A completely maxed out level 13 getting dominated on 1 single push is going to give us a pretty incredible 1 minute and 15-second victory. So Sol Huang did not stand a chance right there. Really well played on our right-hand side of the map. 3 crowns to 0. Guards OP boys, 31 trophies and 20 gold for that battle. So moving on, maybe we'll have a battle that's a little bit more difficult, facing off against Dufter, and let's see what we've got. We've got the Princess, Musketeer, and the Guards. Obviously, don't want to start with the Guards unless we're forced to. Like, let's say if we had 2 spell cards and something that was just ridiculous. But let's drop the Princess in the back. He's going to play an Elixir Pump in the top left. So at this point, I definitely would want to go on a push. I'm going to go for a little bit of a makeshift push with the Giants, or with the Guards and the Mini P.E.K.K.A. I played a poison spell trying to predict what he was going to do. We still actually did get a hit off with the Mini P.E.K.K.A. onto the tower. And as the Musketeer gets closer, I'm going to zap her down. I thought she was not going to be able, my Princess wouldn't be able to survive, so I played that zap. Definitely a little bit greedy because he has that Elixir Collector, keep that in mind. But still, we got about 2 additional Princess shots off on the tower because of that zap. I'm going to drop my Guards in just a second to kill his Princess and to sort of reset the battlefield from here. So his Giant did a ton of damage. He actually took the damage lead off of that, as well as he has an Elixir Pump in the top left. So it's safe to say this battle isn't going so well so far. Definitely not a great Musketeer from him, not having any backups, so we can slap that down with the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Only takes 1 tower shot and a Mini P.E.K.K.A. hit to kill a Musketeer. Keep that in mind. And with his own Mini P.E.K.K.A. running down the lane, let's see how we want to counter this bad boy. Now, the Giant actually works pretty well as a counter to something like the Mini P.E.K.K.A. I'm going to drop it right in front. He's going to play another Elixir Collector in front of his King Tower, so obviously trying to maintain that Elixir lead. But again, I'm going to go for a push. You can see how fast I drop my Princess, and to take a look at what my Princess is about to do. It's going to get its second shot off and actually kill his Princess, making his poison spell almost completely useless, and that actually turned the Elixir lead, or at least the Elixir advantage, to even. That one play right there with that 4 Elixir poison spell providing almost no value to save his own Princess meant a pretty big deal, and now his tower is completely poisonable, and should be able to take that out. In fact, I'm going to get the Elixir Collector, the Musketeer, and the tower in a single poison. Talk about value, boys. That's some value right there. That tower is going to go down, and as soon as it goes down, I can assassinate some of his cards in the very back using some of mine right here. So Princess and Musketeer died. His own Giant is still beating down my tower. You have to believe that that tower on the right-hand side is going to be gone due to the fact that he can just use his poison spell on it. So I'm just going to make a little bit of an aggressive push. I'm going to zap down his Mini P.E.K.K.A. My own Mini P.E.K.K.A. should be able to kill his in a moment. Meanwhile, his Princess is going ham on my tower. Looks like we're not going to be able to save it, but take a look at my Mini P.E.K.K.A. My Mini P.E.K.K.A. got 2 hits off on the tower. The poison spell is raining down on the tower as well, and while he was finishing my tower, we took his all the way down to below 300 HP. So if we can just survive one more push from Dufter, we should be able to finish this one off with one last poison spell onto the tower. Princess is going down. I was hoping to try to Princess down that tower to end the game. Mini P.E.K.K.A. and Musketeer are going to run and help finish it off. Poison spell is down. GG, well played to Dufter. And that one was definitely a little bit more difficult than the last. I still felt like we had complete 100% control throughout the battle, but obviously we didn't 3-crown him in like 1 minute and 15 seconds. But good game against Dufter. Again, Guards. Lots of great play from the Guard right there. And let's hop into one final battle right here. So starting off, I'll put my Elixir Collector in the center. Sort of risky, but it's really good against people who run Miner or Rocket to put it right there. And since he sees that I'm doing that, I'll play my Mini P.E.K.K.A. and as soon as I pump an Elixir, I'll play my Guards onto the Musketeer. Looks like the Mini P.E.K.K.A. is going to be able to take that out. The Mini P.E.K.K.A. actually has a little bit of HP left as well, so he's got to make a reaction to this play right here. He's going to drop some skeletons, and he's actually going to let the Mini P.E.K.K.A. get all the way before a Valkyrie pops up and ends up stopping him in his tracks. Now, make no mistake, at this point, I have a massive advantage in this battle. He spent so much Elixir. In fact, another 4 Elixir on that poison spell, which ended up being pretty decent because he caught my Musketeer inside of it as well. But the Musketeer will survive. And now, since I have that pump going, I've got a Musketeer and a Giant. I've got a massive push. And take a look at the Mini P.E.K.K.A. The Mini P.E.K.K.A. is going to smack that Musketeer in the face. I even zapped it. That was definitely a little bit greedy of a play. I thought I had to do that, or else the Mini P.E.K.K.A. might die. The Mini P.E.K.K.A. is going to take a couple of hits from the skeleton, but take a look at the full HP Giant beating that tower to a pulp. He's going to drop a cannon for no reason whatsoever. That cannon's going to get smacked in the face as well. We've got 2 pumps down, 2 chains, 1 Giant, and yeah, that's okay. That's enough for that little rant right there. All right, so tower on the top all the way down to 4,000. I could go for the king tower, but I don't think it's low enough yet to justify going down the right-hand lane. It's always scarier to go down the lane that you've already taken one tower from. Keep that in mind, guys, because they can just play stuff right on top of your troops and destroy your support units. Meanwhile, trying to drop my poison spell to get the elixir collector as well as both of the towers, slowing both of the towers' attack speed, so my giant's going to get some extra shots in as well. And the second tower's all the way down to 778. This game is domination, and one musketeer in the back, a mini P.E.K.K.A onto that musketeer of his. He plays a poison spell that sort of misses the mark for my musketeer, as well as another cannon. But yeah, that's going to be pretty solid stuff. The musketeer outranges the cannon, so I don't have to worry about her getting shot by it. Of course, he'll play his Valkyrie. I'll throw another poison onto the tower. I really want to get that second crown, which is the reason why I'm getting greedy with those poisons. And as his Hog Rider takes a couple of shots on my tower, I'm going to let myself take damage on the left and then try to go for a finishing push down the right, actually. I've gotten that tower, I've gotten that tower pretty low to 382, so I can poison that down. And since I have a full health musketeer, why not go crazy on the right and try to finish this off? Now, the zap won't kill my musketeer. She has literally the smallest amount of HP I've ever seen inside of Clash Royale, and the tower's taking a big beating from my giant. One last poison spell, and with a couple of seconds left, he's going to leave the game, so I'll hit him with the well played, and that's going to wrap up a 3-crown victory. Guys, Giant Guards is strong. If you guys have not tried it, I recommend you do. I know the guards are unlocked a little bit later, so not everyone has them, as well as they're an epic card, but they're really fun. You can also use Giant Balloon, Giant Sparky, Giant Hog Rider. You can use like anything with the Giant because it's just ridiculously strong right now. But I thought I'd show you guys some more guard gameplay battle because it's just a really fun deck to use, and it works against almost everything inside of the meta. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smack that like button with your forehead. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.